Batman
now
says
it
in the
is.
movie.
Now we're live.
What is it that he says in that movie, Robert Pattinson? What did he say?
I'm
I
vengeance.
am I'm vengeance. Yeah, no, I'm Vanguard. No. Anyways, in the other corner we have Ray Tron. You know, he has the one up. He leveled up his hairline finally. So the
Oh my
hairline joke
good.
stopped.
Oh my good. That
The
was good.
hairline
That
joke
was a
stopped
good
here.
one.
The hairline joke stopped
That's,
here.
that's that's not what this mushroom's for, but I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Anyways, how you been doing, man?
We went to a Halloween party on Monday because Halloween landed on a Monday. It wasn't like a party; it was like a bar. It was a nice event. Everyone showed up, showed out. There was some real nice costumes out there. We saw a headless horseman, or what he called himself, headless reaper or something.
Yeah, some shit like headless hanger or some shit.
Yeah, so he
And I was like, that's
it
not
was
who
nice.
that
He had
is.
like something above his shoulders, so like he no head. He was just walking around. It's pretty nice. He got real hot real fast. I saw him take it off in the back.
Oh yeah, he did. He
He
did. I
took it
did see
off
that.
immediately, bro. It was like 2 seconds.
But
It was a nice time.
a lot of nice looking women there too. A lot of nice looking women.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I was talking about. I'm
yeah, that's
sorry.
what I was thinking. Being very attractive. When I say nice, I mean like beautiful, beautiful women there. Lots of beautiful women.
One guy
Beautiful.
recognized me because I was Ben Tennyson. Ben Ten
Yeah.
Tennyson.
And another guy asked you why you're not wearing a costume, only to put the glasses on and then realize you were dressed as Ben.
Yeah, bro. I'm like sitting there in the green jacket with a giant 10 on my chest, and he's like, "Why are you not wearing a costume?" I had to flex on him real quick. It's like I had the Omnitrix on me, not the store bought one though, so I can
You know,
understand.
the weird thing about that is after I woke up the next day, so when I got home, I slept for like 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up and for some reason I felt great. I don't know what it was. It was weird as fuck. It was weird.
I
I
had
felt
the
like,
opposite.
oh wow, I felt
But I
completely
didn't feel
well.
like bad. I woke up and was like, "Oh man, your boy got to use the bathroom."
Nah, I woke up. I felt calm and
You wanna know
relaxed.
what it was? I had a McRib. I had a
Oh,
McRib.
those things are gross. Why the hell did you eat that?
Bro, every year that they release a McRib, I swear they change it. So like, I'm holding on to that first McRib I ever had when I was like, I don't know how old I was, but that first McRib was like, oh, good. And then every year after, I was like, this is
They're never gonna
trash,
make it
bro.
the same again. Even their chicken sandwiches taste like
Trash,
garbage.
bro.
Their McChickens taste like I don't know what the hell they did. Like it tastes like a piece of paper or something now. Their McChickens. I don't know what they
Yeah,
did.
no. I remember, I forgot what year it was, but I've been to McChicken. I was like, oh, it's gonna be.
I don't know what the hell they did.
Yeah,
I don't know what
it
they
tasted like
changed.
it was cardboard and chicken shape.
Yeah, that's what it tastes like. That's the best way to explain it. It like has no flavor, just zero
There
flavor.
are sometimes you get that one McChicken, you're like, this is that memory. But I don't know
Yeah,
because they really do get their shit from a box. So
yeah,
how
definitely.
you cook it wrong? How you cook it? Because we both worked there, not at McDonald's.
Can't
Though.
be
It was
that
like
hard to
usually
make a
you
cheeseburger.
drop it in the oil, you take it out the oil, and that's it.
Yeah.
But
Well, you know what they say. I was talking to someone about this. The simpler something is, the more likely you start slipping into like automatic processes, and the more likely you are to make a mistake because you're not thinking about it anymore.
oh yeah, no, I definitely noticed that. Even when I'm playing video games, like I will do something over and over again. Like I'll get to the point where I was like, I can do it pretty consistently. But then
Every once in a while.
not even every once in a while. It's like after a certain point, you can't do it anymore, and you're just like, I should stop. I should go to sleep. I should do something.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Recharge.
like you like go to bed, come back, and you're like, all right, cool. Because I was like, there's no way I'm this bad, bro. Like I do this all the time, and it's
Yeah,
like,
you might just be that bad. It's possible.
yo, 1v1 me right now.
I just hop through the computer screen. But
But yo, let's get into what we're talking about today. What
have you
about
wait?
you?
But have you been paying? Yeah, we're. Well, yeah, sure. Have you been paying attention to the news at all?
You know I don't watch the news. That's the white man media.
Mm, I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, but you never. Yeah,
You wanna
did
know
you
what's
hear what's
funny?
going on with
No,
Brittney
tell me. You wanna know
Griner?
what's funny? I said that, and no one's gonna know I was not serious about that statement.
I mean, but it's a literally true statement. All the news. Who's it owned by?
I think it's owned by like two people. I think it's actually owned by like two
Exactly.
people.
Yeah, but who are their constituents? Who do you think they're marketing that material to?
The majority.
And who's the majority?
The majority's the majority. We all know who the
Exactly.
majority
There you
is.
go. So it's like you're not wrong. But
Anyway,
anyway,
what are we talking about? Brittney
you know,
Griner?
yeah, you heard about what happened to her?
No, you want to know what's funny? You told me the title, and I thought Brittney Renner. I was like, what are we talking about her for? I was like, what else
That
are we talking
woman
about?
gets way too much attention for nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
She has
no,
so
like,
much
bro, every
attention.
other day I see someone on YouTube talking to her or about her, and I was like, yo, she got a kid. She got a kid by a kid,
Yeah, she's
and
trying really hard.
that's it. Like, what else is there to say?
Yeah, she's trying really hard to use that kid to get attention and to act like she's some kind of feminist icon. And I don't know what the hell is her
Last
problem.
thing I saw
Anyway,
about Brittany, the other one, Renner, was she was mad that she, in her own words, she was like, "Who's gonna take the courage to date me?" And I was like,
what the fuck?
the mere fact that it takes someone courage to date
Yeah, that's
you
what I was
means
gonna
like you
say. Take courage.
take
First of all, I
courage
never
to
even
date
thought.
you, bro. Come on,
I've
that's
never thought that woman.
crazy.
I've never thought that woman was attractive. Like her face,
Man, I'm not
not
gonna
it.
sit here and pretend that she ugly though. She not ugly.
Nah, I actually think she is kind of ugly. Like in her pictures, she looks good because those are heavily edited and all that sort of stuff. But then when you see her sit down and talking to people, her little Whoville face she got going on there, like from Dr. Seuss, she
Look, man,
looks
I'm not
terrible.
gonna sit here and pretend she ugly. I'm not gonna.
Okay, go
I
watch
don't
an
think she
interview
ugly,
with
bro. I'm sorry.
go
I
watch
don't
an
think she
interview with
ugly.
her.
She not ugly.
I don't know, man. I
Bro, I'll pull
see
up a picture of her right now. Hold up.
there are women here in the Bronx who are mid, and they look better than her.
Oh,
I'm just saying. They even have better body shapes than her and everything. So I don't understand
look,
why
man.
she became popular as she
She's a
did.
normal looking woman. I don't have to tell you. Hold on. Where is it? Is it this one? She's a normal looking
I
woman.
think she's a mediocre
Like
looking
this is the
woman.
picture I'm looking at right
Yeah,
here.
this is like so much makeup. Like, yeah,
She
in
looks
some of these
fine, bro. I'm
pictures,
sorry.
she's
Like,
clothing. But I'm telling you,
um,
and look at all this makeup she's wearing, bro. But I'm telling you, when you see her in
you know,
interviews and stuff, and she like, oh yeah, like look at this shit of her in the car. I was watching these videos. Oh,
what car?
Jesus,
Oh,
terrible, terrible. Anyway,
regardless, like
yeah. Anyways, just
she's
oh my
fine. She
god,
does have a lot of makeup, but that's a business.
I think she's mid. That's what I'll say. Very,
Um,
very mid. Way like
I will
mid to.
admit that her personality does affect like what you think about her looks. Because I feel,
I mean,
bro,
no, actually,
I swear, if
that
she
doesn't affect
was
me.
the nicest person, we would have be having a different conversation.
No, you forget that I once fell in love with a girl who murdered her parents. So let's not
Bro,
let's.
I remember that video. That girl was actually ugly.
It was really the fact that I think it was the fact that she murdered her parents that just made me
See,
think she
but
was
like
hot.
I was saying, like the it's the personality. You just attracted to
True.
some weird shit.
I did know she was normal looking, but for some reason
You
something
attracted
was
to
hot
some weird shit.
about the fact that she murdered her parents. I guess that.
Anyway, we talking about Brittany Griner, right?
Anyways, Brittney Griner, she's being transferred to like some new Russian prison. That's pretty much
I thought we
like
were
a
over with
modern.
this. I thought this was done.
Nah, she's still there. Isn't that nuts? She's still there
What
in
is she
Russia.
there for?
I think she tried to bring weed or something in
But
there.
not like a sellable amount. Like she had like a pen on her or something.
I don't remember, but all I know is they're transferring her to a new prison. I forgot how much time they said she was going to spend there. It was like I think they said like 5 years. She's about to spend like 5 years in a
9
Russian prison.
years.
9?
She pleaded guilty to smuggling drugs into the country in August. A Russian court sentenced her to 9 years in prison.
Yeah, she's
This
about to
article is
spend 9
from
years.
October 25th,
9
2022.
Yeah, 9 years in a Russian prison, bro. That's insane. 9 years.
How much weed
That's
did she
crazy.
bring? Like, was she out here trying to sell out to fucking Spetkov? Like,
No, I think they just wanted to make an example of her.
cause I don't even like in my mind if she bought like some stuff that she was gonna smoke herself. I really feel like it's like you forgot it's not legal in this country. We're gonna confiscate this. Go away now. I feel like that's how it should have been handled.
Not
But
because it goes the other way around. You go to jail. Like when people try to smoke shit in America, they go to jail.
well, no, look, I'm talking about the amount. Like the amount should have been taken into consideration. Like if she had enough that she was going to smoke, because it is
I
legal in
don't
her
think they.
country.
I don't think they care. I think it's just if you smuggling shit, you going to jail.
Because like that's what I'm saying is like it's not smuggling. It was like yeah, I had weed because it's legal in
Well,
my country.
technically, you are smuggling
Yeah,
if you
yeah, yeah,
know
by a
it's illegal.
technicality. But if you
Yeah.
want to like do everything like that, then
No, but like we can't just pick and choose when laws should be put into effect. Like if you know you're not
nah,
supposed to
that's
bring
exactly what
drugs,
you should be using your common sense when you're
no, that makes no
having
sense.
laws applied.
No, the laws have to be unilateral or they don't matter. They
Nah, bro,
literally
like
have.
because it's not like she was smuggling. Like if she was bringing thousands of pounds of weed into the country, but
Yeah, but the thing is,
if she had a pen, if she had like a fucking hookah pen or not hookah pen, whatever pen, she's gonna spend 9 years in jail for that. That's crazy.
yeah, well, the thing is, you knew beforehand
But that's what
not
I'm
to
saying.
bring
She
drugs.
clearly just forgot. Like it slipped
That's
her
crazy.
mind, bro. Because
That's
if
insane.
you're traveling
I'd be
all over
like,
the states with this
yo,
shit,
imagine I was
and
down going.
then you go in
Let's
somewhere
okay,
else and
okay.
just not thinking about it.
Let's say imagine I go to Panama, come back, and I got fucking coke on me.
Is
I'm just
coke
like,
legal in
sorry,
Panama?
I'm lying.
Is coke legal
Huh?
in Panama?
I have no idea. I'm just saying, let's
But I'm
say I
saying, like,
went
is it
somewhere.
legal? Like, because weed is
I don't
legal here.
I don't remember. I don't remember. But
I'm
let's
pretty
say I
sure it's not
went to
legal in
some
Panama.
country. I bring some drug, right? Coke, whatever. And I tried bringing it in, and I was like, oh shit, sorry, I forgot. Because where I was before, we were just taking that shit up a storm. It was just a simple mistake. They're not gonna just let me go. They're taking me to jail. Like I would go to jail for real. Like that, so I understand why it would be different the other way around.
Well, she going to jail. So
Yeah. It's like yeah, because laws have to work a certain way, or then you could do that all the time. Like fucking, and they do try to do that shit all the time. Like look at Brock Turner, right?
I don't know who that is.
Remember that letter his dad wrote. Why should my son be arrested for 20? I think he said 15 minutes
Man,
of
what
action.
he got out in 6 months. He spent 6 months
Yeah,
in jail.
15 minutes of action. Yeah, yeah. That's a thing that happens too when you're a first time offender. Sometimes you get lucky, except with drugs. Drugs is a little harder to get away with.
As you can see,
But yeah, because even here in America, if you fuck up with drugs,
I
sometimes
mean, it's
depending on
Brock
the judge, you can get
Turner.
yeah.
But if you're
Sometimes the
using
judge
the
might throw the whole
law,
book at you. Yeah, it literally just depends on the judge you get. If the judge wants to throw the book at you or wants to take it easy, you'll be fine.
and to a certain extent, yeah, I don't agree that it should be that way. But I really feel like you got to look at things on a case by case basis.
Mm.
But
But the point is,
it's hard. It
you can't do that. Yeah, it's
see, you can't
impossible.
do that because then you have people who are just vindictive and they're like, "Well, it's up to my discretion, and I'm gonna send you to
Yeah,
jail for 15 years." And then there's other
yeah,
people who's like,
that
I don't really care. Everyone go free." So I see what you're saying, but
yeah.
goddamn, 9 years because you forgot that weed's not legal in that country. Good
Did she
job.
actually forget though? Maybe she thought she was slick.
Maybe I don't know. If she was doing it on purpose, I guess 9 years in prison is gonna help her memory.
I'm sure they'll work something out. I doubt she's gonna.
I mean, like I said, I thought this was over with. Like I thought
No,
this was
she's been
done.
there. Yeah, she's been there since. Yeah, they haven't let her ass go.
Bro,
She's
and they were
fucked.
about to like trade someone for her. I think I heard of that for a second. And
Trade
people were like,
someone
"Why are we trading like an actual like bona fide Russian spy?" Like, look, this is all hearsay, by the way.
or a basketball player.
Yeah, they were like, "What are we doing?"
It's like I don't think that's a good idea. The Russian spy is gonna be like, all according to plan. We planted the weed on her so that you guys could trade me for. Imagine that was shit was some 4D chess plan. Plant the weed on her so the Americans will
That'd be
offer to switch.
actually crazy. Um,
Why do I know the Russians are crazy enough that they would try some shit like that? They're probably exact man.
they
Have you
found
ever read
vape
that?
canisters and cannabis oil in her luggage.
Yeah. Yeah, she had a lot of stuff. She was overdoing it. I don't know what the hell she was going on with her.
Man, you know these people out here. They be smoking. They
Yeah.
they got 20 pounds of weed, and that's just for
I
today.
feel like
And
it's
they're
not
like,
enough. It's not enough to smoke. They must prove that they can smoke.
I do dislike when it's like that's your entire personality. Like
yeah.
I got the weed socks, I got the weed shirt, I got the weed hat. You know
What
who I'm
you need,
talking about. Those people with
what you
the
need is the weed job. Go work in a weed dispensary or some shit. Go get a
nah,
job.
bro. They get fired in 5 minutes. Cause they be surrounded by weed. They be high or something. Like, yeah, a customer came in. I don't know what happened after that though.
But yeah, for some reason, all the money in the register is gone. I don't know where it went. But yeah. Well, anyways, pray for Brittney Griner.
I
Or
mean,
pray for Brittney Griner. Hope her ass don't get like fucking murdered by some Russian gangsters in there. Let's hope she's all right. Did you hear that Abba and Preach made a TikTok and it got like banned almost immediately?
oh yeah, no, they didn't get banned immediately. Well, I don't know when they posted it because the video they posted was old, so I don't know how long it was
Yeah.
on TikTok.
Oh no, they said they started it like recently. Like they only had it for a few months. And then they posted an old clip and that shit got them removed.
Yes, I
Yeah.
remember.
And all because they said they wouldn't date a transgender.
Indeed.
And Preach was literally saying Preach literally reconsidered and actually was like, actually, he was like, I mean, if they don't have the appendage,
See,
I might
nah, I
just
think it was like he wouldn't date a male to female, but he would date a female to male because they're just a woman plus.
no. I think he was literally no. What he said, I think he was saying if they don't have the appendage, then it's okay because then they can't have periods and stuff. That is what he
If they
said.
don't have the uterus,
Yeah, he said they can't
yeah,
have periods, no mood
I don't
swings.
remember. I didn't. I was playing a
So
game when
that's
I
why
watched
that's
that
why he
video.
said that's why he said woman plus because they can't have periods and stuff. So I mean, what about you, Ray? Would you ever date a T person? Can you imagine a scenario where you're doing it?
Yes.
Okay. What would have to be in play for you to date a T
Look, man,
person?
they just have to look a lot like a woman. TBH.
Okay. And they can't have the appendage, I'm guessing.
Yeah, because like if they
Yeah.
looked a lot like, and look, this probably sounds real transphobic to someone, but it's like I'm a straight male, bro. If you
You
got a
don't want the
penis,
appendage.
if you got a penis, I don't want to date you. That's really
Yeah.
it. And you can say they're a woman all you want. It's like, look, man, if you take it to the root, I'm not attracted to penis. And if you got one, I don't want to date you because you can lie to
Change.
my face all you want, but sexual attraction is important in a relationship. And if it gets to the point in the bedroom where you're just like, yeah, I ain't about this, like your relationship's gonna fizzle. It's
Yeah.
gonna fizzle. So like you could think they're
Not
cool all
sexually
you
attracted.
want, but if you can't do that one part, which is it's an important part of the relationship. I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
it's the
this is
most
a
important part. It's important. If
yeah,
you
this is
can't do
like
that
that
one part, it doesn't
scenario.
make any sense.
This is like that scenario I'd asked you about where I was saying like if you were dating a woman and she has like or you're married to this woman and she has some like medical condition in which she can no longer have sex. I was like, what do you do? Because I was saying like sex is an important part of
Yeah,
marriage.
and I told
I was
you
like,
I'd
I
stay
don't
with
know.
them.
Yeah. And I was saying, I don't know, because
See, like
it's like I feel like,
the difference here, right, is like I already can't do it from jump, right?
yeah,
And I feel like that's a lot
yeah,
different. It's like I
yeah,
went from not doing it to not doing it because then we can have a conversation and we can figure out what we're gonna go from there. You know,
yeah,
like I've spent so much time. Like when you spend a lot of time with someone, you kind of just don't want them to go away,
mm,
right? So especially if it was like a good marriage, it's like all right, we can't do that anymore. We can still do other things, but you gonna have to like we gonna have a conversation about it and see what we can do about that situation. Cause look, even if they can't use their lower mouth, they got an upper one, bro. I'm sorry.
or they just don't want to do it anymore,
They
though.
just don't want to do it anymore. Another conversation to have.
Yeah,
It's a
but
conversation to have, bro.
in terms of
If
the
you
T
and if you
people,
can't come to some sort of compromise, then you could look into like separating. But I feel like you'd have to have those tough decisions first.
yeah,
But this situation where it's like dating you already knowing that you have an
yeah,
appendage that I'm not attracted to, like what? Why?
yeah.
Why would we even do that? Why would we both pretend like this is gonna go okay?
Well, they would say that you're too obsessed with their genitals. That's what they
Bro,
would
but
say.
that's a part. That's an important part of the thing. You know, like the reason I am a
Yeah, but you should
heterosexual
you should
male,
love. You
bro.
should be
The
able to
reason
love.
I am even heterosexual is because I'm attracted to the other appendage.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
should be able to love someone for their inside. That's what they say. Or I think that's the point.
that's
I
a
don't know.
whole different sexuality, though, right? Like, there's a word for that, and I'm not that word. So if you're just saying everyone should do that, then that other word don't even mean anything no more.
I don't make the rules, man.
That's the other thing is like the rules keep changing, bro. The rules keep changing. How am I supposed to play the game if the rules keep changing?
You get good.
Get good.
Just get good. There's the only way.
I know. I
But
already know your answer to the question.
yeah,
I'm
yeah. I
not gonna
mean,
ask it to you.
it'd have to be a very specific scenario for me to do that. Very specific. Like there would have to be a bunch.
And honestly, like people was like, "What if you don't know? Why would you want to lie about that part of yourself to the other
Yeah, that's
person?"
crazy.
Also, it's like,
That's
all right, if you are lying for the very specific reason that you think this person wouldn't date you, why would you want to be with someone who wouldn't date you
yeah.
because
It'd be
they
like
have that knowledge? It's like
let's
I
say you're
wouldn't want to
dating.
be with someone. Say I was like they couldn't see that I was black, and then I was like, by the way, I'm black, and they didn't want to date me anymore. I wouldn't want to be with that person.
Yeah, but it's like
First place.
let's say someone's dating someone. Let's say a woman's dating a guy, and the relationship is going well. They've been dating for months, and she finds out he has a kid, and he just lied to her. I was just talking to a woman who
See, I
mentioned
feel
something.
like the main problem there is that he lied.
Exactly. So it's like it's the same,
It's about the lie.
Yeah. And it's the fact that he
Like,
hid this whole
yeah,
other
it's like
thing
you lied
for no
about this.
reason.
Like, what else are you hiding, bro? I don't
Yeah.
know you anymore. Like
Yep.
it calls into question everything you've ever told me.
Yeah. A woman was just talking to me about that. She said she was seeing some guy, and like he had like three kids, and
Three.
which he had asked him if he had kids. He said no.
See, then you straight up lied.
What? That's crazy. Not just one kid. He lied about three.
You lied about,
It's
bro. I
insane.
could not be a father being like, yeah, I ain't got no kids. I couldn't do that. I couldn't be a dad
Yeah,
lying about
that's
having kids.
that means you
For
just
what?
don't like
For
children.
box?
From
For
Vox.
box?
From
You
Vox.
lying about the number of seed you man? That's how
From
you end up
Vox.
with three kids.
That's yeah, because you're willing to do anything for Vox.
That's how you end up with three kids. But
I mean,
shout out to Aberrant Preach. They weren't going to find success on TikTok anyway. They weren't going to
I
find
know they
success.
probably could have
Nah.
some of the. The funny thing, right? Speaking of the T people, there's like a growing sentiment against them. I see it all the time on. You see these memes on YouTube sometimes, and even just on the internet. They're really making it hard for themselves. Like this younger generation is starting to despise them. These younger kids, because I'm telling you could tell the memes are made by younger children just based on like the how weird they are. Like you just know who made what meme. You can tell what age the meme was who made that meme. So I'm looking at them and I could tell the person who made that meme was like 21 or 20 or 22. This generation coming up, they thought homophobia was bad before. That shit's about to make a large comeback.
Hey,
God damn.
I just got a message from Netflix saying someone signed into my account.
Uh-oh.
But I have like 30 brothers and sisters, so it's probably one of them. Also, they do the thing where it's like they tell you like, yeah, someone in this state. Like I was like, nigga, that could be anybody.
It could be anybody. It could
Like
be
this whole
somebody.
state, bro.
Maybe somebody upstairs.
My neighbor could have just got that shit. Like I would never know. And like I
You
guess I
never
don't want
know.
it to be too creepy. It was like, yo, this person at this exact address signed in. I'd be terrible. I would delete Netflix if they ever did that. If they had it
So
to that
wait,
specificity.
what? That they know exactly like
Yeah,
the
bro. If
exact.
they could tell me the exact location where someone signed in, I would have to
They
delete
probably
Netflix.
could if they wanted to. They
They
probably just
definitely
don't tell
could.
you
They could.
not
They
to
definitely
scare
could
you.
do that because they
Yeah,
can get your IP.
yeah. So yeah, they definitely
They
can.
definitely, bro. I'm telling you, like, it is the ignorance that they ain't doing it. That I'm gonna pretend that they can't do it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's better to just pretend. Yeah, because like yeah, man. I think about shit like that all the time. About how like your digital footprint is just like it's just I don't know,
it's
man. It
it's
it scares
almost
me.
impossible to be private on the internet. It's
Well,
almost impossible,
if you just don't use the internet, you'll be fine.
bro.
And to be
You use
honest,
the internet for mad shit, bro. They were threatening me at my old security job because I didn't have direct deposit set up. They were threatening me, being like, "You gonna have to come to the office to pick up your checks if I don't set up a direct deposit." And I was like, "But just mail them to me, like you
you could
always
have
would."
reported their asses for that.
They're
But the
like,
thing is, it's like if you try hard enough, right? If you actually decide to live that way, you could live without the internet.
you
But
you'd you'd be trying to circumvent everything. Like, look, man, you can live without the internet, but you just have to like cut yourself off from everybody to do so.
Yeah.
Like, you
I
can't
honestly
you
think
can't
it
talk
probably.
to people.
I think it'd be. You can. You just have to do it in person, and you have to get a cell phone. I think you could do it in. I think you. I think it would probably be a better way to live, to be honest. Like a lot of this unhappiness, all this crazy bullshit that like stuff with like these T people be saying. I really think a lot of that shit ends up in their heads because of the fucking internet. That information overload. They need to touch grass.
They definitely need to touch grass, bro. But I
Mm.
don't think it's because of the internet. It's because there's just too many people talking. Because think about
There's
it.
too much information.
There's always been that much information. You just have
No,
access
oh
to it
no
now.
way. There
You
is
just have access to it now. There's the
no, no,
difference.
no, no.
There's
Okay, yeah, there's
always
always
been
been
the
that,
information. It's just you
but
have
there's never
access
been
to
that
it.
much information going into your brain like that.
Because now it's not even. It's I don't even want to call what this is information.
It
remember,
is.
remember that
Information is a
video I
neutral
sent
field.
you about paint?
Yes, Jesus Christ.
Whoa!
Anyway,
I was like, yo,
yo,
wait.
what? We should have reacted to that.
I
That
was
shit
like,
was
yo,
stupid.
what? What?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it is
Demon
information.
pronouns? Oh, I was like, oh no.
Information is a neutral term. But see, that's the shit, man. It's weird because it's crazy, right? Because on one hand, in this newer generation, I'm starting to see that homophobia, or what they would call homophobia anyway, like ramping up hardcore. Like they be saying some wild shit, right? And then on the other hand, you got the other side of the generation turning it into satire. It's like I'm just like, there is no way. Like you guys are gonna look back at this period of your life and you're gonna be like, what the fuck was I on? Or you're gonna double down and become a fucking crazy person just walking around insane and shit. Like I just
There are certain things I see on the internet. I'm glad I don't know about it.
same. I will see
Like you
like
run
I'll be
across a video and they're like, "Oh, I'm talking about this," and you're like, "You know what? It's okay. You just keep going."
yeah, I literally scroll past. I see something stupid. I'm like, nope. Like actually, as a matter of fact, there was an Avon Preach video, right? I hover over the video. As soon as the video begins, I see the way the women are dressed in the video. I'm like, I already know what kind of video this is gonna be, and I just went because like they would just look. They were wearing like that like they're trying very hard to be fashionable. I was like, they're gonna say some real goofy shit. I'm not in the mood to see this. I don't want to
Bro, yeah,
because it's
no.
like
Some
if
of
you
the videos that they do, the reaction ones, I'm just like, you know what? It's okay. It's
yeah,
okay.
like, I don't
I'm
need to.
okay.
Whenever it's about women saying stupid shit, I don't watch it. I don't
Any of
because
their Jubilee videos,
yeah, I don't watch that
their
stuff.
Vice
I
videos.
can't do it because watching too much of that stuff
Oh,
it
so you
just
know
gets
what they're gonna say.
tedious.
You know what they're
You
gonna
know, yeah,
say.
you know exactly what they're gonna say. It's gonna be something ridiculous that shows they're not in connect with reality. It's the
No, I
same
mean like
old.
I know what Adam and Preacher are already gonna say. They're gonna be like,
Okay, yeah. They're just gonna point out that it's stupid. Yeah, like, it's like it's just too tedious. You know, it's just tedious. I
you know,
can't.
there's
There's nothing
clickbait
against
and
having
whatever.
preach. What was that?
And there's mad clickbait about stuff too.
Yeah,
Like for that specific video, they did a recent one on like the button, right? It's called the button. And
yeah.
this guy hugs this girl and then rejects
Oh
her,
yeah, yeah.
and everyone's like, "Ah, it's because she was fat." And I was like, "You don't know that." But
I mean,
everyone is using that. They're using that clip and they're just saying fat phobia. Even Aaron preached it. Even Aaron preached it.
even if he's free to reject whoever he wants based on their body type.
Yeah. Also, like she literally sits down. She's wearing an anime apparel, and then she goes in length about how much she's into Asian men, and he is an Asian guy. He's like, no, no, because
That's weird.
those are red flags, bro.
Yeah, that's
Those are
weird.
red flags. I don't think it
That'd
has
be like,
anything to do with her weight, bro. Like if I sat down and I just hear the girl talking about how much she loved big, strong black,
yeah.
check
No,
please,
I'm sorry,
bro.
bro. I'm not gonna. I can't lie. Probably turn me on. Probably turn me
See,
on just a little
look,
bit.
man.
Now, but it depends. If she was like some fake doing some fake hood thing, like she was wearing something about that trashiness probably would turn me on
You're a
just a
fucking weirdo.
little bit.
You're a
Yeah,
fucking weirdo.
'cause even with really ghetto women here in the Bronx, sometimes I'll find them really
Goofy.
attractive. I don't know what it is.
Goofy.
And you attracted to Megan Thee Stallion. Don't even get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
She's hot.
Megan Thee Stallion is queen hood
I don't know
bitch.
nothing about her. I just think she look good.
Yeah, yeah, but her whole aesthetic is hood.
Like I
That's
said, I
literally her
don't know
whole.
nothing about her. I just think she look good.
Anyways, let's move on to let's talk a little bit about the recent developments with DJ Academics.
Who?
Did you see any of that stuff? Did you see
There's
any?
another thing? Like
No, but like the most recent stuff. Did you see
Look,
it?
man, you can't say recent because this is 2022 things. Bro, did you know Takeoff died? Like, I found that out today. Like, that nigga Takeoff is
Yeah.
dead, bro.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Like, I
That was,
woke up, look at Twitter,
oh
look
yeah,
like,
we
yo,
should talk about
RIP
that.
Takeoff. I was like,
Yo, fuck DJ Academics. Let's talk a little bit about how Takeoff's just fucking dying.
I, I,
What the
I don't
fuck?
even know what. I think it was some gang
He got
related.
shot over a dice game. Over a fucking dice game. A dice game. He got shot. Yeah.
I don't want to talk about this no more. You
Yeah.
mean he got over a dice game? These niggas
Yeah.
got millions of dollars and they over a
That's what I
dice
would
game,
say.
bro.
I was like, why
Over
are
the
you
same
so
shit that niggas is dying for in the hood, bro.
Yep. Yep. That's why they say you gotta change your environment, man. Your environment really is what holds you back, holds you down. It's all in your environment,
I'm
man.
not
Like
even
it's
the
like
Migos fan, but that shit just
that was depressing. Yeah, it made me sad. That was depressing. Because it's like apparently there is no way to escape the hood. People just walk right back to it, apparently.
he's only 28. You know that?
Yeah, that was the part that
How,
spooked me. Because I was
how
like,
is
wait,
he
he's only
only
2 years old.
28? Oh my god.
I was like, Mans is only 2 years older than me. He's dead. He's gone. Removed
Over
from the
some
face of the earth.
stupid shit, bro.
Yep, his mother will never see him again over a fucking game. Like crazy. Like sometimes I think about that. Like one of the reasons why I was like, I'm always talking to people about how if I died doing something stupid, like I just wonder how annoyed, like how angry my mom would be, both angry and sad over me dying over something dumb like a dice game. You know, like God really pissed. Like she'd be mad and sad at the same time. Like I would be mad. Like let's say I found out you died, right? And then they telling me how you died, and it's over something stupid like a dice game or you was gambling or something, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like I'd be like that fucking idiot, but at the same time I'd be sad, you know? I'd be like, why would you fucking do that, Ray? Like, why did you do that shit, man? Jesus Christ. Yeah. Pretty depressing, man. He will be missed,
Over
I
a
guess.
fucking dice game. That
He
actually
didn't
pissed me
seem
off,
like a
bro.
bad guy, you
That
know?
actually pissed me off, bro.
Yeah. Yep. And that's the thing. It's like that. What I'm saying is like it seems you just can't escape the hood because these guys get rich, they get money. You know, you got Young Dolph. He dies in the fucking hood. This PNB Rock guy, he fucking dies. Pop Smoke, like
Bro, Pop Smoke was
you
wild
escape.
because people just saw his address, like, and they just pulled up on him.
Yeah,
Just pulled
envy,
up on
man.
him.
It's all envy. It's fucking envy. You can't be around certain kinds of people when you're on a different level. They will try to hurt
Bro,
you.
Mr.
They
Beast
will.
talked about that. He tried to stay where he was, like where he lived. He was like
Said
trying to stay in
Mr.
the same
Beast.
house. Yeah, when he became famous, he tried staying in the same house, but someone just found where he lived and robbed him of all his shit. So he had to move. He
Yep.
had to move. Like he
Yep.
couldn't stay where he couldn't stay there.
Yeah, it's just income disparity leads to friction, which leads to violence. Yep. You just can't have people
You
of
cannot
different
have
classes.
nice things, bro. You just can't have nice things.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially
Yep.
like, bro, it always bothered me the most when I see people living in like, well, let's just say my area, and I see that they're putting out big boxes with basically advertising that they got new TV, they got new this, they got new that. Bro, on Christmas time especially, I'm like, yo, you're just advertising for someone to rob you. Like, oh, you
Hmm.
got that new Samsung QLED TV. Your son got the newest toy. You got the new Xbox. All the
And then and
boxes
then
not broken down or nothing, just stacked out front of your house,
and
bro.
then you sitting there taking notes about their house structure so you can go in there later, right?
Shit, bro, you do that shit by accident. I'm just like, damn, they got all this in there. Like it's not even like I'm gonna go in there. I'm just like, damn, I now know that this person who lives in this address has this shit in their house for
Yes.
no other reason but the fact that they had just told me. They
Or like
basically
Kim
just told me.
Kardashian in that hotel demonstrating her jewelry, and then they broke in and
Bro,
took
I watched
it.
a video, a little documentary. Well, I watched it, I haven't pre-video. Like,
Documentary, a little documentary.
bro, it was literally a bunch of old people. Like, look, he literally said, "He was like, I saw it on Instagram. I googled where she was staying. We walked in there and we walked out. And the only reason he got caught is because he left a little DNA, and he was a repeat offender. If he had not been a repeat offender, he would have gotten scot free.
Yeah, no one would have known. Yeah, no one.
Because they
People
walked,
rarely
bro. They
get caught.
walked there. They walked to the
Yeah,
fucking hotel.
Yeah, people rarely get caught when they rob you. You know, it's very rare that they're actually going to catch
Yeah,
the
honestly,
person who
like if
robbed
someone just broke in, someone could break in right now, rob me
you.
of
Yeah,
my shit, even though it's recording. Like it's not recording any of the stuff, right? And like
yeah.
just disappear into the night. Like oh, here's the descriptions. I'm like, yeah, we'll get. They're not finding him.
Nope. Even if he left some DNA, let's say it was only like partial,
Like
there's nothing
if
they
he's
can
not a
do.
repeat offender, yeah, he's gone.
I was gonna say even if he is a repeat offender, but it was only like partial or something, and they can't reconstruct it, even that.
You know what DNA is, bro?
No, when they leave the fingerprint, right? If it's only partial, sometimes
Yeah. That's not what DNA is.
yeah. No, that's how you have your fingers are on
But your
if you use
fingerprint is
fingerprint
not
somewhere and
DNA.
then well, you said he left. Look,
He said he left DNA.
fingerprint is oil or whatever. So that's why I
No, the fingerprint is not the oil. It's the actual imprint. Like it could be
yeah,
left using the oils on your finger, right? But it's
that's what
not.
I'm saying.
They're not
Oil
checking
is
the
important.
oils. They're checking the.
Your skin is also in there, so you are leaving DNA.
No, you don't need to leave your fingerprint. Like you don't need to leave anything behind to leave a fingerprint.
I'm saying your skin cells are in there. They're in there.
That's not what it makes up a fingerprint.
But they're in there, so you left DNA.
But I'm saying bro, I could be wearing gloves, but if the gloves are thin enough, you can still leave fingerprints. So there's no DNA left, but you have my fingerprint.
Because of the oil.
No, because there are literal just ridges, bro. Like I can just read that. Like you can take a look, like put my hand to the camera. You have my fingerprint. You don't have my DNA. You have my fingerprint.
Apparently, what the hell? Hold
There's a separation there, like
on.
the separation between DNA and fingerprint. Like if I leave my hair follicle, not even my hair, like I could cut my hair and leave it all over a crime scene. There is no DNA there.
Yeah, it says here the fingerprints contain DNA. It says that
See,
here.
like I'm trying to tell you, is that you can
Yeah,
leave fingerprints without leaving DNA.
true, true. Well,
But
I'm
I'm
saying,
saying
yeah,
like
it's like fingerprints
implicitly,
contain
a fingerprint
DNA, though.
itself is not DNA.
Yeah, well, I assumed he left his fingerprint. But if fingerprints contain DNA, then they are DNA.
No, because you can leave fingerprints without leaving DNA.
Yeah, but let's say if it's like the fingerprint itself, generally speaking, if you leave it without any glove or anything, and it contains DNA,
But I
then
would
you're
say
leaving DNA.
even if the fingerprint contains DNA, the fingerprint itself is not DNA.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it contains DNA, I
The
don't know,
fingerprint
man.
itself is not the DNA though. That's the thing.
What if it
Like it
contains DNA?
just because it contains something doesn't mean it is that thing.
I don't know, man.
You
Because
know
the
what? It's
fingerprint
fine.
contains DNA
It's
and it's
fine. I
used.
don't. I look, man.
It's used.
You don't want to get it. You don't gotta get it. It
I was
doesn't
just
even
saying,
matter,
if it
bro.
contains,
It doesn't even matter.
I
It
was just
don't
saying, if
matter.
it contains
It don't
DNA
even
and it's
matter,
made
bro.
up of your DNA in there, right? The oils and your DNA is in
It
there. I
don't
would
even.
consider DNA.
It don't matter.
Because
It's
like
okay.
if you
It's
come
fine,
right,
bro.
if you come, it's made up of fluid and other stuff, but it has your DNA in there too.
I.
You get what I'm saying?
But that's not the same.
I don't know, man. I don't
It's
know.
not the same. I don't know how else to explain to you how it's
Because
not
I'm
the
saying,
same thing,
it's like if you're saying because
bro.
a
I can
fingerprint is made
literally
up.
like right here. You have my fingerprint. I left no
Yeah,
DNA. You have my fingerprint.
yeah.
You
But if you
cannot.
leave the fingerprint, that's
But what I'm
different.
saying is like you have my fingerprint. Like you can leave your fingerprint
But you didn't
any
leave
which
the
way.
fingerprint. You
I'm
showed
saying
me
like
the fingerprint.
you can leave it in any which way. It does not have to be through the
What the
gloves.
hell? How the hell are you gonna leave a fingerprint without
You can leave your
touching?
fingerprint through a glove because
Yeah.
your
True.
fingers
But
have.
I'm saying, generally speaking, though, if
What
you
I'm
leave
trying
it
to say
without the
is like
glove,
you
it's
can leave it,
DNA.
but if I can leave it without the glove, like with the glove or without the glove, that means it's not DNA. Because if it can be left either which way, it doesn't. It means it's not DNA. If I can get a fingerprint either way,
And
with
even then,
DNA or
I
without
don't even know
DNA,
because
that means it's not DNA.
if the fingerprints contain DNA,
No, see,
right?
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Fingerprints can contain DNA because it will have other shit on it, like with the fingerprint itself.
Yes, yeah, so
Like
probably your skin
the
cells
fingerprint is a
in there.
thing
Yeah.
that can have thing. Like think of it like a chip container, like this bottle. This is a water bottle,
Literally,
right? This
literally
water bottle is not water, but
what
it
it
can
is,
have water in
it's
it, right?
it's things from within your body in a certain
But
shape in the
I'm literally
ridges of
trying to
your finger.
like this water bottle is probably like the closest thing. Like this water bottle can contain water, but it also could not contain water. But it
Yeah.
don't mean it is water, you know?
But the
That's it.
difference is it's very unlikely that it would not contain water. Like it's most likely, like if
But
you
like it
compare it
doesn't
to finger,
matter. That's not the point that I'm
most
trying to
likely
make.
would.
The point
Yeah.
I'm trying to make is this water bottle is not water.
But I'm
Fingerprint is
saying
not DNA.
my whole point was generally speaking. if it's
Fuck the
generally
generally speaking. I'm talking
speaking,
about actuality here.
yeah,
Like
generally,
fingerprints can contain DNA.
you can't speak in actuality about something
Bro, I'm
without because
talking
you have
about
a
the
good
thing that
specific
a
scenario.
fingerprint is. A fingerprint itself is not DNA.
I don't know, man.
See,
In my mind,
bro.
it sounds like DNA. If it walks like
But
a duck, it acts like a
but
duck.
it's not. That's what I'm
But
saying. It's
it's
not
like,
walking or talking
it's
like a
literally
duck, bro. Bro,
if
is
it's
this
literally
water bottle water?
if it's literally
Is this
material
water
from
bottle water,
inside of you.
bro?
Well, hold
Is
on.
this
If it's
water
literally
bottle
material,
water? Like
if
I
it's
need you to
material
understand through this
inside of
way.
you,
But
if
the
it's
fingerprint
material
isn't
inside
inside
of
of you.
you, material. No, if it's material inside of you that makes the fingerprint, right? It's not
No.
like it just
What do
comes
you
out of nowhere. No, because the
no.
oils and other
No,
stuff
there's
liquid
literal
in your body.
ridges on your skin, bro. It's not
Yes, and the oils
no, no,
help
no, no,
stick
no,
it
no.
to the
Like,
finger.
bro, like the reason you have a fingerprint is because when your skin grows, it just ends there. And when it ends, it makes
Yes, but I'm
actual
saying
physical ridges
to
on
leave
your
it,
thing, bro.
you're leaving behind skin, oil, and other things on
But
top
I'm
some that
trying to
goes in the
say
shape
that the
of the ridges.
fingerprint itself, like a fingerprint, is not DNA.
Well, I'm saying when you leave it behind, that is DNA. When you
Okay.
leave it behind,
All right.
because you're like
All right.
again, the things
You know
within your
what? It's
body,
okay.
the skin, the oils and stuff are the thing that make the shape. So that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
It's
saying.
okay.
But anyways,
It's okay.
what
That
was I
nigga
gonna
take
say?
off dead, doing fuck shit. I don't know, bro. Like I'm really pissed off actually about how he died. Cause
Yeah,
there's no reason for him to die the same way a broke nigga died. You know, there's no reason for that. There's no reason for that. And I don't even mean
equality.
in a mundane way, like oh it was a car accident. You know, that's an actual accident. Like this nigga got shot over a dice game.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing? Come on, what you doing? I I hope
Get him.
that I hope that his family finds peace. I hope they don't do some stupid shit and start taking revenge. I hope they don't do some stupid shit. You know,
No one's gonna take revenge. They never do.
man. They know who did it.
Anyway,
They know who did it. It was
yeah,
a private part. They know who did it.
that's interesting. Anyways, so yeah, I guess we can move on to since we've talked at length about takeoff
Now it's about
and
DNA.
and fingerprints. Uh, DJ Academics, like
Who
that
like
little
actually? Who is
meltdown.
that nigga? Like who is this nigga?
He made
Is
his
he a
he made
DJ?
he
Does he
made his
even make music?
he made his name for himself covering Chicago, the rappers in Chicago killing each other. That's how he made his name for himself. I don't know if he.
This
I'm
is
pretty sure he
DJ
doesn't make.
Academics. You can't see it right now. I should make a whole other thing. This is what he looks like. Cause
Pretty sure he doesn't make.
I don't know anything about this man. But
Yeah, he's had a YouTube channel where he was covering the violence in Chicago, and then
I actually did watch a documentary, an actual documentary about someone covering drill rap, and I think they did mention him and how he profited off of the deaths of these people.
it's such a stupid point though. It's like
Um,
it's such a dumb point
it
because
is a
the
dumb point.
same idiot saying something like that probably watches true crime. It's like why they're giving him trouble about it. But it's like if you
I mean,
watch
look,
true
man,
crime,
this shit was
same
happening. He just talked about it, so I can't say anything about that.
exactly. So I don't know
It's not
why the
like
hell
he
they
was
give
out
him.
here telling people, "Hey, if you go, that guy's over there," and then he's recording it. They're not gonna say, "All right, you profiting off the
Yeah,
death of
that's
this
like if
nigga."
he's doing some like Gonzo journalism, that's a little different. But
Like if he was
see, you saw the
instigating
thing.
shit and then being like, "Hey, it
But
just
like
happened," that's different. But yeah, no, if
his
he was
recent
just laying out the timeline or whatever, then that is what it is.
his the recent events surrounding him, where he spazzed on that girl.
Oh,
Actually,
on that fresh and fit video.
let's play. Go into materials, and then like if you go to the last part of that Sneeko video I posted, so you can get Sneeko talking about that. I just found that funny. Actually,
Nothing wrong.
we'll wait to get into that because
What's the
there's a
last
whole other.
part where sneak? I
Yeah.
don't know. Like this is a 2 hour video you just sent.
Yeah, there's like it's broken up into segments, but don't play it yet. Let's get into the DJ Academics thing first, then we'll move there. But so yeah, academics, right? He got me thinking. Do you think there's and because like this whole academic started becoming entering into the self-improvement space, because that's what the red pill kind of considers itself. So do you think there's anything of value in self-improvement content
Of
after the
course,
whole academics debacle?
of course, there's
Debacle.
value in self improvement content because honestly, a lot of times you gotta hear it. You gotta hear that like it's okay to be not okay, but you can like become okay, right? And I'm not out here promoting every which way because there's a lot of shitty self improvement things. A lot prey on the people who have low self esteem, and there's like those fast diet people and those weird workout people. Like those shits are predatory. But you know, there's like some more wholesome, genuine content. Because I remember, I don't know this guy's name actually, but he's a very heavy set guy, and he's really just going on a journey of like improving his health, right? And he'll post some real wholesome shit, and he's like, look what I can do now. And he literally just like got on his knee and got back up without using his hands. He was like, I couldn't do that a month ago because he's that big. He was like, I couldn't do that a month ago, and his followers are like with his journey, you know, following him on his journey. Hopefully, they are also taking their own journey with him, and I feel like shit like that, that's fine. And
No, they're just
he's even gone out of his way because like people are like, bro, it's been this long and you're still this big, couldn't be me. And he's like, look, man, I did all that fat, like starving yourself, doing all that. I did all that. I lost a lot of weight, but you know what happens? It comes right back because it's not a sustainable way to keep yourself. And you know, he's
yeah,
talking about
it's about consistency. It's about it's like I was journaling a little while ago. Well, yesterday. And well, actually, it was this morning, technically, whatever, this morning. And I wrote in there, uh, repeat it until you beat it. And like the idea was that I was saying is, you know, when they say fake it till you make it,
yeah,
the idea is you do something, it becomes so consistent that now you can add on to it and improve it. You know, you can raise, what's the word they use? What's the word you use when you add on to something? You can iterate it. There you go. So you can keep iterating and iterating and iterating until it gets better. So you just keep repeating until it becomes easy and automatic enough that now you can add on to it. So that's why I was like, repeat it until you beat it. I was like, oh, it's a catchy little slogan I was going to start saying to myself.
so
Just
anyway,
keep.
focused on the thing that we were talking about, yes, I do think there's a place for self improvement content. But
But
I
what
will
about,
say that some of this content out here is
yeah,
not
I was
self
going to say, like,
improvement
what
content.
about the red pill self improvement
Bro,
stuff? Where
I
it's
can't
like,
even tell you anything about no red pill. Like I really can't. Like I'm not out here subscribed to any of those people. I'm not really out here
I'm,
watching those people.
I'm subscribed to one of them.
So like I can't I can I like if it becomes viral enough to hear about it, like that Sneeko kid. Like I heard about Sneeko and how he got deplatformed immediately. I don't know any of his points or topics or whatever. I heard about Andrew Tate. Like I didn't watch a single one of his videos from his channel or anything, but everyone and their mom want to talk about him. Everyone want to talk about him, you know? So like I've heard about him, but like I'm not out here subscribed to any of that shit. So I cannot tell you about no red pill, blue pill.
Yeah, but you've heard of red pill content because people
Bro,
mention
I
a
won't
lot.
even like I've heard about the red pill for the longest time. I didn't know the fuck they were talking
Red pill
about. Like
philosophy.
I could assume that it had something to do
Like,
with
what
the
about
Matrix,
the
right?
idea
But I
that
don't give a fuck about the Matrix, so I didn't even really pay attention to that shit.
yeah,
So it was
you
like,
don't like that movie?
it's not that I don't like it. It's just I'm not gonna sit here and wink off to it like everyone else is. Like it's kind of
I'll see you
gross.
later.
It's like go ahead,
Matrix
leave, bro.
was
Go ahead and
Matrix is the
leave.
greatest action movie of like 1999.
Whatever, bro. It's
No, no, no,
2022, bro.
no, no,
I'm not with that shit,
no,
bro.
no. Matrix, literally, when it came out, all action movies for like the next 20 years were copying it. like literally,
They should have copied
like,
something else.
yeah, well, not
Look,
20 years,
I'm
but let's
not
say
even
like
saying
for
The Matrix
15
isn't a good
years.
movie, but
Huh?
I'm talking about the people who will sit
Yeah,
here and pretend they
yeah,
understood what the hell it was talking about,
yeah.
because clearly a lot of people didn't.
Yeah. I mean, well, depends. Anyways, well, they use it as an analog for the idea that we live in like our society is very,
We do live in a
very,
society.
very false, and you have to break free from the falsities in order to truly be free, which you more or less agree with. I was just talking to a girl about this, where I was like, once you break free from the false niceties that people do to each other, your life improves as a result. That's what I was telling her. It's like once you stop doing that, your life becomes so much better. You
Yes,
stop pretending to be nice to people.
yes.
But
People think I'm mean,
yeah,
and it's like I have never done a mean thing to anybody. Well,
mm,
I usually don't do mean things to people, right? But
Yep.
literally, like generally, people would just be like, "Damn, I thought you were so mean." I was like, "Why?" And it was like, "Well, the way you talk is like, what did I ever say that was wrong?" They're like, "Well, you're just so." Then they can't think of anything. They can't think of a damn thing. It's just
Well,
like
people.
I didn't sit there, man. Actually, not to step on your like they do shit like that, and it's like, yo, bro, shut the fuck up and tell me what the fuck you're thinking. Like, come
Mm,
on, just say it. Like I will tell you, like, actually, I don't think that's not true. I'll just tell you, like, that's not true. That's not how that works.
mm.
Like, but
I'm
people
the
will
kind of
like
guy who tells.
dance around it because it's like I can't just say that you're wrong. It's like just say they're wrong, bro. Say it. There's not
I
wrong
just
with
say
that.
that I'll say stuff like that's fucking retarded. I say things like that all the time. Anyways, but yeah, so it's like in the idea of the red pill space that you must become that guy, like the alpha, in order to get
My
women, and
pronouns are
that
he, but not him, because I'll never be
yeah,
him.
huh? Oh yeah, yeah. That meme came out of nowhere, but yeah, like
That
that,
meme
like
was great because
you got you
it
got
was always something really stupid.
you got to become. What about that idea that like of self improvement to become the alpha male, to become the top guy, the top 1%?
If you're trying to improve yourself to be somebody else, you're not self improving.
Well, I disagree. Here's
If you're
why I
trying
disagree.
to be someone else, you're not self improving.
Here's why I disagree. Here's why
You're
I disagree.
not being like you can't become someone else, bro.
Here's why I disagree with that. Here's why I disagree. Because here's the thing, right? Yourself, in a way, doesn't even fucking exist. Like a lot of the things you think are yourself are just like random assumptions. Most people don't know shit about themselves. So you are becoming someone else, but usually it's by removing all this unnecessary baggage, and then you become someone else. Or in some philosophies, self doesn't exist. There is no self. You shift with the fucking seasons. That's what some philosophies say.
But I'm talking
So
about in the literal, like I want to be Andrew
yeah.
Tate. Nah, that's cool. That's
No, but
goofy.
that's not what
But
the
that's
idea
what
is.
I
Yeah,
meant. That's what I meant. It's like
yeah,
if you're trying to self improve so you can be Andrew Tate, you're doing it wrong.
yeah. Well, you're mimicking him. Yeah. Well, lots of red pill people do try to, push that idea that you shouldn't be trying to become a person. You got to have your own take on it. But like that idea though of like let's say not even just to be Andrew Tate, just to be the alpha, like like you're the alpha, like the motherfucker behind me, like to try and become that guy. Is there anything of value in that kind of self improvement
Oh yeah, cause yeah, being that guy. Like if that guy isn't like an actual person but an idea, that's fine.
in your
That's
head?
okay.
Yeah, an idea in your
Cause
head.
look,
You
man,
don't think you don't
I'm
think
that
maybe
guy in my head. I'm trying to be the best me.
you don't think maybe setting that bar that high might make you
Nah, bro,
like when you miss
you can
it
set
might hurt.
you can set a high bar as long as there's like checkpoints along the way. I feel
Yeah.
like
Oh,
you can't set the bar high and then there's no actual plan to get there. There's no
that's what
incremental
most people
shit.
do though.
That's bad. Like
That's what most people do.
you can set your bar really high, but as long as
Yeah.
you have a proper roadmap and checkpoints and other things in the way, like you're like, all right, like bro, I'm not gonna sit here and be all right. We out to Cali. We're gonna drive to Cali with no idea how to drive to Cali. No plan of where we're taking our rest breaks. No plan of where we're getting our food. Like if I just get in my car and drive straight to Cali, I would probably look at you and be
Die.
like, I want to go home.
You'd probably die if you
Bro,
just did it without
bro,
you die.
probably wouldn't die, but we would have the worst time. We'd have the worst experience.
No, you could probably honestly die.
I
Like
probably
you could
wouldn't. How
fucking
would I die, bro? I have a
dozing off on
map.
the road. You never
Oh,
heard shit
I
like
would
that happen
definitely
to
pull
people.
over, bro. I am not above sleeping on the side of the street, bro.
Oh, but even
Bro,
that could fucking kill you though.
that could
Someone
kill
can
you.
run up on us.
That could kill you. But I mean, like, I'm finding a place. Yeah, no, like this. I'm just saying, I ain't gonna die. That's not an option for
Probably
you.
not.
You might die.
Probably
I'm
not.
not gonna die.
I probably wouldn't die either.
Right. But no,
I've
I
ended in a
do see
lot
what
of
you're saying. Like
situations.
you probably would. You'd have a very bad time if you just
Yes, it'll just
we
suck.
out to Cali because it's the other side of the country. Like no plan, bro.
And it's gonna be hot as fuck too. Yeah, but the thing is, like what people will do, right, is they'll usually set a very high bar. But let's say, so like going to the gym, right? They'll be like, I'm gonna go to the gym every day. They'll say some shit like that. And then of course they don't go to the gym every day because it's very unlikely
It's very
that
hard to
that
do
first
that.
yeah, you're not gonna be able to do it. So then you get they'll get depressed because like, oh man, I only went to the gym 3 times. Like I said I was gonna go every day. I only went 3 times this week. So
See,
like
I feel like that's to the point where you gotta look. It's like, all right, I ain't go 5, but I went 3. Let's aim for
yeah.
4. Let's
Yeah,
see
that's
if I
when you
can
have
get there.
the
And that's a
glass half
personality
full.
thing.
That's the
That's a
glass half
personality thing.
full.
And that's
Yeah.
why I feel like it really does depend on the person. Because certain people can set that bar real high and probably make it in that first shot. Because,
Yeah.
not even because they're special, it's just they're not you. They are a different person. And you
Sometimes you
cannot,
can get lucky.
you can get lucky. But I'm saying, like, you can't look at someone else's improvement, even if they're doing the same shit as you, and be like, damn, why am I like that? Because, like, I go to the gym with my boy Husto. You know that, right? Like,
Yep.
literally there are things he can do in the gym that I cannot do, and vice versa. Like he will hold a plank for like a whole 60 seconds, no problem.
Thanks, gay. Whatever.
I'm there. It's 10 seconds in. My arms are shaking. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah,
But
I
then,
used to do planks. I used to do planks, but I stopped because they can fuck up your back. Yeah. That's why I stopped doing them.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you stop being a little bit. Anyway, um,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
but then like earlier today, like we were benching, and I could bench more than him. He was like, "Damn, I'm trying to get like you." And I was like, "Nigga, shut the
How much
fuck
were
up."
you bench?
I don't know. I just it was just like he put the weight on and he couldn't finish the set, and I finished the set. And he was like, "Damn," and he
Dang,
was
now
like,
I don't know how much it was.
"I
I
don't
haven't
know.
I haven't
It's
set them.
probably was not a lot, bro. You'd probably look at me like that's it, but
No,
yeah,
I actually don't bench that often. When you don't do something often enough, you're usually not gonna.
I don't
That's why.
remember how it was. Like I can't even pretend. Like
Yeah.
literally, I go to the gym. I'm like, yo, who's the what we doing? He's like, we doing. He's like, I bet. I let him set the weight. I don't know.
Yeah, I use that other machine, the machine where you sit like this, and I'll use that one.
The
That
row?
only because it's easier. I don't got to set anything up, and because whenever I try to go bench, they're all taken,
Oh yeah,
and I
no,
just,
we were literally like waiting. We were like, all right, we're gonna do this. As soon as something came open, we just like walked to it.
you got to run over there. But anyways, yeah, it's like I feel like the best way to go about self improvement is you set very low standards at first. Like it depends. If what you're doing you're already kind of okay at, then you can just go crazy with it. Like if you're already sort of proficient, but you want to get better, you could try just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this, right?
I really think it's a
But if it's like
personality
something you're
thing.
yeah, so if you're something you're just starting, I think it's better to like set the bar not super low, obviously, but like low enough. And then you beat that, you try it again, you try it again, you try it again. And like I said, you just keep iterating it till you get better and better and better.
Because
Because like,
like I said, I really think it's a personality thing. Because honestly, that's just how that general idea is how you get better at anything anyway,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. You just keep
So
iterating.
whether I set the bar real high and like
Yeah.
I don't check those incremental things, I just only focus on the end goal, or whether I am constantly checking little things and that's enough motivation to get me to the end goal.
Oh
I
no, that's actually what you're supposed to do.
see.
Because the thing
Like,
is,
I'm just trying to say like it's a personality thing. Because like
no, no. What I'm saying is,
no,
even if
wait,
you
time
like
out.
talk,
Because I'm like
no,
me
I'm
and
not even talking. Go ahead, go
because
for it.
like me and Husto, were, like I said, we're both going to the gym, but like the way that he checks his progress and the way I check my progress is completely different,
Yeah,
and I feel like that's fine. Like
yeah. Well,
it's
what
completely
I'm
different.
saying though is like not even a personality thing, right? It's just like when you're structuring the goal, the part you should probably focus on is the repetition part, the reps that you're getting in. So like you keep the goal in your head, but the reps should actually be what you're focusing on. Because like what something else that will happen when people set these high goals, right? They'll accomplish the goal, then they're like, okay, I'm done. Like people people do shit like that all the
People do that all
time.
the time. That happened to my friend. They had these lofty goals. They achieved them, and then they took zero time to like relish in the fact that they were just like, "Damn, I did this. Now what? Like, who am I? What's going on?" Like, and I was like, "Yo,
Yeah,
you did the
yeah.
thing.
That's
Now
why
don't sit there and like."
That's why the idea of self improvement is like sort of an identity based thing. It should be like an identity. It should be more tied to your identity. Like it's not about you want to lift this much at the gym. It's you want to become the kind of person who goes to the gym. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. That's where the repetition comes in, I guess. Becoming that kind of person.
It
Yeah.
really does depend, but
Yeah.
like
I
I
mean,
said,
you could
the
if it's like
self
something you
improvement
do.
idea in general, I fucks with it. The
Me
content
too.
that exists out there, I fucks with it.
I
Not
fucking
all
love
of it,
shit.
but like I took like that one guy I mentioned. I really wish I'm a his follower. That's why I know I just seen his video. Like I fucks with the idea that he's out here working on himself and he's like sharing it, and people he like found what's the word solace in the fact that he's out here doing it too. You know,
Yeah, the guy
like
was dope.
it's easier to do a journey when it's not by yourself. Even
Yeah,
if
I
they're
mean though,
not with you, like he's like they're with you.
yeah, I really enjoy self improvement content as well. Like I like even the meme kind of stuff where it's like supposed for comedy. Like I watch a lot of those reject modernity, embrace masculinity videos
You would
because they're funny. They're
watch
funny.
those.
They're no, because they're fucking funny.
They're
Like
toxic.
yo, I saw a
They
video.
are.
Yeah, I'll
I
never
can't
forget
even
seeing
pretend anymore. It's like
that
it's
fat.
over.
You ever seen the one with the fat black guy? And he's like, "It's okay to be weak. It's okay to be weak." And I'm like,
Bro,
"What the
I've not
fuck?"
seen that video. I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking
he
about.
literally says that in
I
words.
haven't seen the video. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sad, sad man. It's okay to be weak.
It's okay to
I
be
mean,
weak.
I've said it's okay to be weak to somebody, but I was talking to this girl and I was like, "Yeah, it's okay to be weak because there even the weak has a place in my kingdom." That's what I told her. I was like, "They'll have their place." That's what I told
You
her.
gonna end up getting shot just like that. You gonna get shot. You keep talking like that. You gonna end up shot, bro. You gotta stop.
But anyways,
Relax
yeah,
yourself.
let's talk. Let's talk. Speaking about self improvement, the wannabe self improvement
Speaking of
guru.
self improvement, when you gonna improve that hairline?
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You ever seen that video with the kid? Jesus Christ.
I think so. I think I know what you're talking about.
But yo, play so go to this Sneeko
Sneaker,
and
bro. Just tell
ABBA
me.
video.
It's
I was about to
up. Just tell
say
me what time.
I was about to say Sneeko and ABBA. It's not Sneeko, no Sneeka and ABBA. But anyways, it's in segments. There's a
Yeah, but
segment at
tell me
the
the
end.
time. Like the whole segment,
Just
or
yeah, just go to the end and then
I'm at the last
fuck.
segment. Do you want the whole thing?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all
just
I'm
play it.
asking.
Just play the whole thing. Just play the
All
whole thing.
right, bro.
Yeah,
It's
let me pull up the
live.
stream. So
She
you
wasn't
watch it all.
traumatized. We were joking too. We were.
Yo, he was not joking. He was triggered.
Academics was triggered, but I was joking. She was making
Oh, I'm
jokes because
watching
I'm
the
half
wrong
Asian.
stream.
She was saying I have a shrimp, and she was like a prostitute, so she had a bush sticking out of her panties. We're joking,
was
going
watching
back
the
and
wrong
forth. It's
stream.
That wasn't
fine.
a joke when you
But
said
everybody
that.
has a problem to say it's bullying when it's me.
Time out. Time out. For context, when Academics is on Fresh and Fifth podcast, there's a young woman there with a deeper voice than normal, and they start clowning her on her voice, right? And then she makes a comment on his weight, and he go crazy. And it sounds like I know way more about Academics than I was leading on. I just watched this one video, just so you know, right? He goes crazy. He starts saying all this raw shit, and eventually Sneeko chimes in. He's like, "By the way, I can see your bush sticking out your panties." And I was just like, "What is this man's? What is this guy talking about, bro?"
The
It was
guys in
so
the background.
goofy.
The guys in the background were the funniest part. Where there's
Bro, because there were some other men in the background just sitting there, and like one of them was like,
one of them
he
literally
literally
like
was like,
this.
"What are we doing? What are we
One of them
doing?"
was literally like this.
So
He was like hiding
that's the
his face.
context for this video. Oh,
When she's saying I have a shrimp dick because I'm Asian, nobody blinks a.
Sneeko's
Yeah,
Asian.
I would have to look at her comments about. Wait,
He's
did
mixed.
she make the shrimp?
This is a mischaracterization of what happened. You came at her out of nowhere calling her Pop Smoke. That's how that shit started. She did not start off calling you shrimp dick. You came at her voice out of nowhere. And I didn't mention in my YouTube video, and I let you off on that one, but the fact is you started that shit. And then DJ Academics
me off on that one.
What?
Bro, why are you so obsessed with like trying to be the moral police, Abba?
No, because you're misrepresenting
Canadian.
what happened to your favor. You're bullshitting. You're
The
making
only
it sound
thing
like
Abba talks about with anybody, when you talk about love,
you came in here.
about.
No, you came in here and then you're trying to rewrite the situation. Talk about she was cracking jokes. That's not what happened. You were ripping on a woman who came on the platform for the first
I started
time.
making jokes about her for deep voice. She started making jokes too. She made jokes about shrimp thick Asian shit. I made jokes about her bush. It's fine. Academics went really far and whatever. But you guys say I was bullying her. Well, it was just
They were
joking.
bullying
But
her,
my
bro.
point is, Abba, you
They
always
were.
want to like.
They were
Did
jumping
she
her.
agree?
They were
Verbally.
gang.
To the roasting, it's a podcast. My point is, Abba will come in here and say that he has a stand-up comedy pass, but at the same time, have a whole YouTube channel being the moral high ground on everybody else.
No, he's
when he
not.
introduces live, oh, this is what people discredit her for.
No,
He
he's
does.
not.
And immediately, Abba's only talking about the stuff that's
there's a-
negative that he knows other people, he's going to get attention for that. That's the big part of the online community that sucks.
is a deflection. It is
people
true.
will only talk about negative
As
things. to get
Sneeko,
attention.
whose whole live streaming career
This part
revolved
was-
around shitting on women every single day, 7 days a week. Do not come in here and talk about moral police. Your literal job and how you made 6 figures that you're begging YouTube for now was shitting on women and reacting other videos shitting on women. Do not come in here where you've called everyone bots without knowing anything about them. Where you've come in and called everyone too stupid and government retards and now try to tell me I'm moral police. My friend, your entire job was saying the truth, but really you were just shitting on women and shitting on people.
No,
Carry
I'm
on.
calling out the feminist brainwashing and why these women are ego and power
Moral
shipping right
police
now.
here calling out feminist. Okay, carry on.
I was calling out the fact that all these women echo the same things that they read on TikTok and the feminist brainwashing. And I understand that you want to have a middle ground fence-sitting audience so that you can get both sides, and you never actually have an opinion. You just pick out bullshit.
Has Abba giving his rant yet?
That's not true about Abba's
Are you up to date?
What I'm
Is he
calling
ranting
out
yet?
is the feminist brainwashing and why women all think the same thing and why the dating game
Wait,
is
hold
fucked
up.
up.
Stinko.
All right, you can
I
pause
can
it.
make jokes about it without you saying.
Because Abba went on as like, no, your whole point was
Yeah,
it's like he did that already.
yeah. So like, what do you think about that? What would you think?
What is my take to have? Sneeko did start it, or like he started it, right? Like he started the, bro, why is your voice so deep? And then it wasn't a Sneeko versus this chick, and they were like making jokes about each other. No, he mentioned it, and then everyone else was there, ragging on this chick for having a deep voice, bro. Ragging on him. And DJ Academics, he took it the furthest. Like,
Yeah, he went next
really
level.
was like, yeah, this is it. This is my time, bro. And then bro, it was like, yo, you remember being at high school when like everyone's making a joke, and then this one guy he's like, this is it. This is my time to be the class clown. It was like that. He was like, yo, you
Like the kids we had in our classroom who do backflips and give stupid speeches that they thought were funny.
But so and then she really did make one comment. She was like,
On how you
maybe if
couldn't
lost
see
a
his
little weight or something.
you couldn't see his member. She said
Yeah.
you could see his member if you lost a little weight.
Yeah, it wasn't even, bro. It was like the lightest jab that, bro. Every person who's ever been over 150 has probably gotten that told to them, bro. Everyone gotten told. It's like, maybe if you lost a little weight, you could see your dick. Like that is the lowest.
I was over
tier.
150. No one ever said that to me. Yeah.
Man, I just picked a random number.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like 300 pounds, bro. I don't know what the fuck 150 looks
Yeah,
like.
150 is not that. 150 is like average.
Like I said, I don't know. Let's say 200 then.
Yeah. But
Also, I'm 6'2", and you're tall as fuck too. Average height man being one. I don't know, man. I don't. Let's say 200.
I'm 7'12".
But yeah, no, it was the lowest tier joke, like really some ha type shit, and then he went crazy.
Well, he was also
he was talking about how her man was broke, how she's a prostitute, how everything on her body fake, how her voice is deep, and she was just like, "You're not happy."
Yeah.
And then he went even crazier.
Well, he was very drunk. You could tell
drunk?
by the way. Obviously, did you not see?
They
when he
definitely
was
drunk on this podcast, bro.
Oh, they do drink. They drink on the podcast. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never watched it.
So, like some of the guests, when they would go crazy, you could tell it's because they were drunk too. Well, he was drunk because this man, you could look in his eyes and see there was nothing there as he was talking. Like, you ever had someone talking to you and you're looking in their eyes and you can see that it's vacant, that it's just empty? That's exactly how he looked. I was like, ooh. Actually, as a matter of fact, it was on Fresh and Fit. I remember there was an episode a coworker of mine was watching because he'd watched that shit next to me when we were doing our security guard work. There was an episode where a guy came on and he was so drunk and high, Myron told him to leave. Like he couldn't even hold a coherent conversation. He was just like saying random shit, and Myron's like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to go." Myron was like, "You're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to leave." Oh my god, that was crazy. But anyways, what is your take on the whole? Because academics is kind of what made me start thinking about how the self-improvement shit can go awry. You know, like if you're talking about you want
improvement person, like you.
Well, he ended up in that space. He ended up in that space with that. That's what Fresh and Fit considers themselves, self-improvement content. Because like,
man, I don't think Fresh and Fit even deserve to be in that space. TBH, they really out here just being goofy as fuck. They're goofy. And look, just because they say some right things sometimes, because look, man, work on yourself. That is a thing. But the rest of their shit, from what I've heard from you and other people talking about them, I don't think anyone should be listening to them. Not saying they should be deplatformed or nothing, because that's wild. But it's more like the crazy guy in the street where you're like, they're shouting at the sun, and you're like, all right, Jimmy, don't look at that.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what when my coworker used to watch it, I kept trying to tell him he needs to take it easy. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't think watching that stuff every day could be good for you. That's what I told him. I was like, I don't think it's good for your brain. I remember I used to tell him that all the time. I was like, I think it can fuck up your head.
I
And I
mean,
think it did. He would say some shit that made no sense sometimes. Like, what did he say? Oh, like there's this argument Myron has um about why men should not have, and I can understand the argument he's making. Wait, what were you gonna
I
say?
forgot.
What?
Nothing. I forgot something yesterday.
I forget. I'll just move on anyway. I was gonna start rambling, but it's like, yeah. What do you think though about like Sneeko, like trying to go down his
Bro,
own self improvement path, and then
I remember
also,
when I first saw Sneeko, I told you this kid got nothing going on in his head,
yeah.
and that's my stance. Where every time I hear this guy speak, I'm just like, can't just turn it off.
I think it's the opposite
I'm not
because
hearing, bro.
there's this movie called Idiocracy, right? And in the film Idiocracy, basically, all since dumb people have more children, eventually the dumb people start to, outnumber smart people. Smart people are having less sex. It leads to a future where everyone's fucking dumb. And the main character wakes up out of like cryogenic suspension in this dumb future and ends up becoming the president. But anyways, um, people would say, "Oh, it's like we live in idiocracy in real life." But I remember watching this
Who's
wisecrack
these
video.
people?
People would keep saying this.
Who's
You'd
these
see people
people?
comment, just people in general on the internet. They would comment this kind of stuff in response. Like, let's say there was some stupid news story, they'd comment, "Oh, it's like we live in the real life idiocracy," right? Um, Watch this video from Wisecrack. Now, Wisecrack is pretty fucking memeable. There's a lot of stupid shit Wisecrack says that makes no sense. Like I remember one thing Wisecrack said that I thought was so fucking goofy was then when they were like, the difference between villains now and villains of the past is that villains have more depth now and are much deeper, and villains of the past were one dimensional. And I was like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Yeah,
Have you guys never read a book?
Yeah, nah, that's trash, bro.
I was like, it might, if anything, you could probably argue it's exactly the opposite.
Bro, all of villains now, all of their depth is the same. They have the
Exactly.
same backstory.
Literally, their depth is just, I'm
Someone did
actually
something
trying to
bad
do
to
a nice
me.
thing. Yeah. I'm trying to do a nice thing. And that means they're deep. It's like, I'm actually the good guy, even
I
though
guess
I'm
they have two
murdering.
backstories. It's like someone did something bad to me once, so I'm gonna do something bad to everyone.
Yeah.
It's so unfair. It's like
Or it's, or it's,
shut the fuck up.
or it's, I'm trying to save the world, but the only way I could do it is by eating this baby. It was something stupid like that,
You know
something
what?
dumb.
You know what? If it was that simple, I might let them eat the baby. It's like, you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead and eat the baby. But afterwards, I'm gonna beat your ass, bro. I'm
No.
gonna beat your ass
You're
so
like, go
bad.
ahead, eat the baby. They're like, oh, I mean,
Go
you're
ahead,
supposed to
do it.
shout me. You're like,
Nah,
eat the baby.
nah,
Well,
bro. Eat the baby.
I mean,
I'm not asking anymore.
I don't actually want to eat the baby. Like you understand this is a movie, right? Like he just becomes self-aware. It's like I really don't want to eat this baby. Like I'd rather
The
die.
actor's like, bro, this wasn't in the script.
But anyways, yeah. So like what they were talking about was it's actually the opposite. It's not that people are becoming dumber. It's that they have access to too much fucking information and they don't know what to make of it. And I think that's what happened with Sneeko. His head got filled with all this crazy bullshit, and now he's becoming spastic. Like it's like being schizophrenic, But I remember I told that coworker when I showed you the books that they had ordered, and I was looking at them, and they were just like, it was just a wealth of crazy
Yeah,
shit, and I was like,
bro. You
Jesus
gotta look at it
Christ.
this way.
Yeah.
I don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Right.
sad. It's sad.
Like I heard him speak, and I was like, that's okay. Turn it off.
That's okay. I just hate when how dismissive he is. That's the most annoying
Yeah,
part of his
because
personality.
he doesn't actually have anything to say. Like he knows deep down, he must know that he doesn't have anything to say. Because look at
And he just
anytime anyone says anything about him, he gets louder and
Mhm.
faster. That's it. That he argues like people debate back in high school. That's it.
he starts saying, or he says you're a bot.
Yeah,
He argues
he
you're a
just
bot.
he just says that, oh, you're too stupid to understand what I'm saying. It's like,
You're a bot.
I'm
You're
not
blue
trying. I'm
pill.
not trying to, bro. I'm too old for that shit, bro.
Yeah,
I'm too
you're a
old for
bot.
it.
You're blue pill. Or the other one he always says is like with Abba, he's like, oh, I know you're trying to play defense, blah 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 blah, and it's like, or he could just disagree with you. It could just be that he disagrees with you. It's possible.
Like I said, first moment I heard about this man, I wrote him off as like, nope, not for me.
Yeah. See, I write people off, but I don't just assume they're stupid. I always try to figure out
Man, I'm not
what it
even
is.
saying he's stupid. I'm just saying there's nothing upstairs. And when I say that, I actually don't mean that they're dumb. I just mean whatever they're thinking about, they're not really thinking about it.
No, it's too much. There's too much upstairs. Too much to think about. It's like what Abba was saying, that you need to pick and choose what you care about. You can't sit here trying to care about everything. Huh?
I choose not to care about this nigga.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. That's literally what you have to do to get through life. Like the way I started not like living through life and not thinking that the world was going crazy and not thinking I was schizophrenic. Like that paint shit, I just decided I don't give a fuck about that. I was like, I don't care.
Bro, I remember I was the one who sent it to you, right? I was like, there's no way. I was like, there's no way this is real, bro.
Yeah, but you saw my reaction. Like I wasn't surprised, right? Because remember I told you, I literally gave you like a whole fucking like history lesson of when I used to see this shit. I would never forget. I used to see that kind of shit all the time. Tumblr had their whole fucking neurodivergent thing. I've been around it for a while. So that's why I used to probably sound like a crazy person. Because I was reading about these crazy people and I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, what's happening on this planet right now?
Oh man. But
even my sister almost got raptured by that shit. My mom was losing her mind. Yeah. my sister came back from college and was talking real spicy. Then she went back to normal.
It's wild because I was actually listening to a conversation today about these people talking about the younger generation. They were like, I think their daughter was 16 and their daughter is doing some foul shit, like going into her phone, using her thumbprint to like authorize charges and stuff when she's asleep, ordering stuff. She's like ready to fight her mom, bro. Like, and she's just like, what are you doing? And
yeah, it's kind of serious. My sister was getting like that.
And then the cashier was talking about how his nephew was like, I should smack this shit out you. And his nephew was like a little kid too. And I was like, yo, what the hell, bro? And I was like, yo, I'm listening to the screen like, could not be me.
Wait, his nephew said to him, I should smack the shit out of you?
Yeah. No, I think it was nephew said that to his dad. Said it to his dad, bro. Imagine talking to your dad, man. I should smack the shit out you.
No. Here's what happened, Ray. Here's what happened. I should smack the shit.
Not even, bro. Like you posture like you about to act tough. They're like, you gonna get tough with me, bro?
No, you'd be like, you fix your face. You about to fix your face?
I'm not saying you should beat your kids, but couldn't be me.
No, sometimes.
All I'm saying is couldn't be me.
Sometimes you have no choice.
There's a difference. People out here, they're not beating their kids. They're beating their kids.
Yeah. No, I'm saying in this case, if your kid is looking at you talking about I should smack the shit out you have no choice. You're gonna have to beat his ass.
All right, man. All right, here's your gloves. Here's my gloves. All
like
right,
what,
you got
3
minutes around, bro.
Do you want to be in the house with a kid talking to you like that?
No,
like,
I would not want to be in the house.
He sound like he's gonna want to stab. He gonna stab me in my sleep.
He gonna hit 16 and he gonna start smacking the shit out you.
Yeah. Like you ever heard of? There was this. This story always makes me die of laughter. My mom always gets mad at me for laughing at it. But the funny thing is, she gets mad at me for laughing and then starts laughing because I'm laughing. She's like, "It's not funny. It's not funny," and then starts laughing because. My mom was watching this thing. It was like IDW. You know how they have all the murder stuff. This nigga, this nigga, he's like top of his class, right? No, he's not top of his class. He was an athlete. He wasn't doing as well as he should. He wanted his dad to buy him a car. His dad wouldn't buy him the fucking car, so he killed his dad. And every time I would die, I was like, he killed his dad all because his dad didn't get him a car. I'm like, that's fucking insane. That like, what's going on? That shit always gets to me. I'm like, you really killed your father because he didn't want to get you a car.
He's definitely not getting you a car.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I don't understand. Like, what did you think?
Like, what's the end goal? Like, what you thought you were gonna respawn and be like, yeah, I learned your lesson. Give me that car.
Yeah, I don't even think he did a good job hiding it. So he got caught almost immediately. Like he didn't do a good job hiding it. I guess he just wasn't thinking. He just got enraged and fucking killed him. Jesus Christ. And then, there was another one. This guy living with his parents, and they threatened to kick him out, and he fucking killed them. He fucking had the bitch's head. I guess she's not a bitch, but he had his mom's head boiling in a pot. What's good with people? I don't like. How do you reach the level where you think that's a reasonable thing to do? Like, I don't understand. Like, I just don't understand how that happens. You know, like I've tried to put myself in the headspace to imagine getting that angry about something that I just straight up kill somebody. That's always been wild to me, man. But anyways, yeah, Sneeko, I think. Yeah, they found it. Yeah, the cops were like, bro, they almost threw up. They said it was the most, like, they were like, out of all the gruesome scenes they've seen, that shit really stuck with them. Opening a pot and seeing someone's head boiling in it, like that shit. Because it's like it's so bizarre. It's bizarre and gruesome at the same time, which is why it would fuck with you. You know what I mean? Like it would be like if you opened your fridge and there was just an arm in there, like that shit's gonna stick with you forever. You know? There's like a human arm in your fridge because you're like, wait.
That stuck with me forever. I was working at that call center that one time. I was making calls, and then this bitch picked up, and I mean it this time. She a bitch. She picked up, and I swear she getting back shots, bro. I swear she getting.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. I remember that.
Because I'm there having a conversation, and I was her job. I was her job. I'm calling her to let her know she has to do something to either get paid or stay in compliance with like her licenses or whatever. So I'm here, and she's like, "Okay." I was like, "This bitch is not." I was like, "There's no way," and like you would know it's your job's number, bro. Which is led me to believe that the only reason she picked up is because she knew it was her job, and she's like, "Damn, if this is work, I gotta take it." And I was like, "But you don't gotta take it, bro."
That just means the guy wouldn't stop. She probably tried to stop him. You've definitely been in that situation. You've definitely been there, where she's like playfully telling, you know, let's not get into this. You're about to get in trouble. About to get another thing.
Wait, I'm not getting nothing.
Right, because you can't even talk about freaking playfulness in terms of sex. People are trying to.
All I'm saying is, I will never, bro. I'm telling you, I hung up that phone. I looked up. My manager's like, I'm done taking calls for the day. And she was like, why? I was like, this person was just getting railed on the phone. She's like, okay, yeah, you good. You're good.
Yeah, I've answered the phone while not while having sex.
All right, but so that's the end of the podcast. Catch you guys later.
I've answered the phone while doing stuff before. But anyways, but no one knew though. I'm not stupid. I wasn't on the phone like, oh. You know, like that's fucking weird. Anyways, yeah, man, Sneeko, too much shit going on in that head of his. He needs to take a chill pill. He needs to relax. Maybe take some meds. I think he might actually need some meds. I really think that shit can drive you crazy. I think reading about too many things at once and filling your head with all this, like, because the stupidest thing about the red pill, I think, why it can fuck people up, is because literally there are so many bits in there that are not even compatible. There are philosophies within the red pill that are literally opposing each other. So like if you sit there trying to call yourself reading all that shit and become an expert on the red pill, you literally have ideas in your head that don't compute. They aren't meant to add up because they literally were developed in opposition to each other. You have these fucking disparate ideas in your fucking head. You're probably actually turning yourself into a schizophrenic. But yeah, man, that man needs to chill. He needs to relax. Because Abba was like his boy. Abba liked him, and then he ruined that.
Bro, and it seems like he's butthurt about it because he seems like he's butthurt about it. I don't even need, like, if you saw what happened in this video, like, Sneeko.
I mean, Abba even seemed hurt. Abba seemed hurt by finding out that he was talking shit. Abba seemed hurt. Abba seemed to be bothered by it. Like that video, he actually seemed. It didn't seem like it was just jokes. Like it seemed like it really bothered him.
Would you not be hurt if someone you thought, because like that was, I'm not even saying that they were boys, right? But if someone you try to be nice to, you try to take under your wing or whatever, and like put them on game, and then they're out here throwing your name around, like.
Yeah, it's like that time we were doing that episode on the other stream, and I thought I was saying something in support of fucking women. Saying something in support of women. and I got trouble for it. And I remember I did get very angry. I was like, really? Really?
Oh yeah. They were like, this guy.
Like I'm out here putting on the cape and I'm getting shit for it. I got very angry.
Yeah, I couldn't be Spider-Man, bro. As much as I love that nigga, I couldn't be Spider-Man, bro. Imagine saving lives and the newspapers like, this fucking menace. Nah, bro. I turned to Venom real quick. Like, if I'm a menace, I'll show you a menace.
Show you a menace. Turn to carnage. Turn the fucking carnage on him.
Yeah. Anyway, man. Shout out to the nigga Spider-Man, bro.
I guess this kind of the hypothetical kind of relates to this, you know. I guess we can move on to the hypothetical. The return of the hypothetical man is so like in regards to that, like that idea of you save the day, but you're the menace, right? You lose the respect. People despise you. Is a win still a win if you have to lose your respect to get it?
Yeah. I feel it depends on what's going on here, right? Like, say me and you are arguing, and I lost your respect, like personally, right? But I was like right about whatever, and I lost your respect. Honestly, at that point, I'd be thinking, it's like, if losing, like, hurt that man that much, then he doesn't even care about what we were talking about. He just wanted to be right. And I was saying, like, I was like, I'd be thinking about if we should even stay friends at that point.
But what if in order to win the argument, you had to say something wild and something crazy?
I, in my mind, that's not winning the argument. Like, I'm saying, like all right, here's the ground rules, I guess, because we got to clarify stuff. If I'm saying I won an argument, it's because you were out here saying that the sky is fucking... No, sky is a very... It's out here saying that the fucking Krusty Krab secret formula is fucking chum. And I'm like, no, it's crab meat. And we have this argument, and I pull up, like, say there's receipts. Like, I look up on the actual website, and they're like, yeah, actually, since the show's over, here's the recipe, and it is crab meat. And I was like, see, I was right. And, like, you lost respect for me for being right over some shit like that. And I was like, what the fuck? You know? It's kind of like that. It's like, what the fuck? If I did have to say some wild shit, I would lose respect for myself. I was like, I took it that far just to take a win.
Yeah,
that I'd be looking at myself different, like, yo, what's wrong with me?
Well, let's think of it in a different way a little bit. Like, let's say, because I remember when I first talked to EJ about this, it was in regards to the Oscars slap. I was saying, like, Chris Rock won in the end. I was like, he had to take a brief dip in his rep, but he won. Ultimately, he wins. So, like, in terms of that, right, where let's say someone punks you, but you can, it's like, you know, the ultimate victory is at the end of the rainbow, but you just have to, in that situation, you have to let the person punk.
I'm taking an L on that. I'm not winning.
Are you not going to let them punk you?
I'm not letting this nigga slap me on national television. I'm not happening, bro. I'm sorry.
It depends. For me, it depends.
See, what I'm saying is, like, I'm not getting slapped because that windup was crazy. I would have stepped back. I'd be like, why is this man walking up to me like this? Like yeah. I'm not saying I'd fight back, but I'm saying I'm not getting slapped on national television because it damn near looked like he leaned in forward for it too. Like, I was like, nah, bro. What you looking at? Yeah.
Sorry. No, I just I thought I heard something. Anyways,
not your business.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it just like, okay, let's say in terms of not like someone hitting you. Let's say like someone disrespects you, right? And you can either disrespect them back, or you could take the high road and, you know,
as much as I want to say I disrespect them back, we both know I'd leave. That was happening. Your little friend at one time was talking spicy to me. I was like, we gotta leave. I was like, yo, remember when your ex, she was talking spicy to me? We were sitting there at Wendy's. I literally looked at her. I was like, nah, time to leave. I just left. I was like, you gotta deal with that. I walked away.
It's a woman. It's a whole nother thing. You can't win an argument with a woman. You lose no matter what. So if you're sitting there yelling at a woman, you lose.
But I did almost knock that other guy's block off because he was getting crazy. So you're right.
I also almost knocked his block off. But that's because I was very fucking drunk. And it literally, it was a moment I was very drunk, and then he started walking up to me like he could do something.
Yeah, when he was posturing like he was like a bad man, I was like, he about to fuck around and find out.
Yeah, the only reason he did not
Yeah.
In your case, the reason why nothing happened is because I stepped in and fucking mitigated that shit and was like, yeah, you need to stop. I was like, let's not do this. And then the same thing happened with me when I was about to run up on him. Because like this is what happened. He started walking over. I started walking. Look, nobody cared when he started walking. When they saw me started walking over to meet him, like on some JoJo shit, they were like, nope. They ran in. Both of them.
Chill.
They were like, no, not you. He could walk over, but not you, because they thought I was gonna fucking kill him.
I don't know what he was on. Like he wanted to fight somebody. I don't know why. But
no, it probably wasn't he wanted to fight somebody. This is gonna sound weird, but it's probably some what's that word called where you punish yourself? Self-flagellation. He wanted I think he wanted to be beaten. He probably deep down there was probably something not right with him. He knew that he was fucking up. He probably wanted to be punished. He was punishing himself with his heavy alcohol and drug usage.
Keep that shit in the bedroom, bro.
Yeah, because that's what happens. Like it will literally happen. Like
keep that shit away from me.
Yeah, like there's even like there are people who do that. They start fights with police officers so they can get beaten or killed. They do shit like that. It's weird. Anyways, yeah, man, I've done that many times actually. The not accepting a win or accepting what I believe is a win over respect. Like, and it usually works. Like someone will start going crazy on me, insulting me, and I don't do anything. I'll either just laugh or double down on their own joke, and ultimately it makes me look better. The other person looks like a loser because they're the one pressing me for no reason, and I'm just chill as fuck. So I do that very often.
To the question, is a win still a win if you lose respect? In my mind, if you won, like you cannot win and lose respect. If you lost respect, you didn't win. And
respect is subjective.
Saying this because it's
respect
like
is subjective.
If you lost respect and you won, you had to do some foul shit to do it.
Not necessarily.
I know. I'm just saying, like, this is what I'm saying in my mind.
Okay.
For me answering this question, like, there's no mathematical equation that equates me winning something and losing respect.
Well, here's the thing, though. That's your self-respect. That's different. Your self-respect is dependent on you. So, yeah, of course, you're still going to respect yourself. You're especially going to respect yourself if you think you won, right? But remember, respect is subjective in terms of the.
But I'm saying, like, even like if other people lost respect for me, like, what did I do that you lost respect for me?
Well, you can lose respect because someone just thinks you were acting like a pussy or a punk. They'll make you lose respect real fast. Let's say
I just wouldn't fuck with that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that's you just stop fucking with. Let's say your girlfriend sees you get punked. She's probably gonna lose a little bit of respect for you, even as nice as she tries to pretend. She's gonna. Like, you ever seen that video from the Joe Rogan show where that UFC fighter was talking about how she saw her boyfriend lose a fight? I forgot what she said. Did he cry? I don't remember, but he lost the fight. I think she said she even saw him like cry a little bit or something. And she said as soon as she saw him lost the fight, she was like she wasn't as attracted to him anymore. As soon as she saw him lose. So that's kind of what I mean in terms of that.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's a weird question. So I don't want to say yes because I only like I said, in my mind, it's very hard for me to come up with a reason for me to win and still lose respect. Mm-hmm. But I can see situations where it's like there's no reason to like you said, like someone's like out here saying some wild shit and you're just like, it's not worth my time, you know?
Yeah.
And then, like, I guess I could lose respect from someone else being like, damn, that guy punked you. Like, remember how everyone says Armin beat me up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, did not happen. But everyone, I was like, look, man, I'm not going to sit here and
it's not worth your time. Yeah. Something like that happened to me. I'm trying to remember what it was. Something like that happened where I could have hurt somebody and I didn't do it. Don't remember. So, anyway.
Like, look, man, for the sake of the question and the way I'm answering, I was like, yeah, I have to say yes. It's still a win.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely still a win. Like I said, I do that shit a lot. Like, I do it very often. Like, I remember that thing I was telling you about, where that old supervisor, where he went on that long ass rant, insulting me and trying to insinuate that the girl I was with didn't really wasn't into me and didn't like me. And it's like, I could have answered him back, right? I could have sat there and tried to go toe for toe, but all I said was, congratulations. and he got so fucking mad. When I said that shit, I was like, all right, congratulations. His face went red as a tomato. He was pissed because
Bro,
I
when you
showed
don't meet
no
people's
physical reaction.
expectations, they just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like they will say things, bro. People love to plan things in their mind, so they'll say something to you, and they're like, "Watch, they're gonna say this," and then you're just like, "So," and then they're like, like they break, bro. You can see it on their face that they broke, bro. I do that to people all the time, not even on purpose, because like, bro, I don't know why, but
I do it on purpose.
people
I
just
think it's
want me to like reply in a specific way, and I'm like, I'll literally listen to them and talk. I'm like, hey, by the way, why don't you just do this? And they're like, it's just some shit that they didn't cross their mind, and they're like, well, fuck.
yeah. Well, that's what happens when you surround yourself with stupid people.
Yeah, I should stop talking to you. You're right.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here? What are we doing? I think that's it. I think we're done. I think I'm tired of talking to you now. So
we gotta talk about your hairline. This is the last topic of the day, guys. Rate Tron's hairline on a scale of -1 to. But yeah, you know what? Yeah. Any final thoughts on some of the topics we talked about?
Honestly, I'm still really pissed off that Takeoff died in the way he died, and not even like It's just like, come on, man. I don't want to hear about a famous people dying, or famous black people dying in the same stupid ways that niggas in the hood are dying for. Like, I don't want to hear about that shit. Like, you should 100% be doing better. You should be doing better.
Yeah, Takeoff is my boy, man. I love that song he made. What is it called again? He made that song, Rough Riders Anthem. That was my favorite song. I was just like pretend to be a fake fan. Like, yeah, Rough Riders Anthem is my favorite Takeoff song. Anyways, yeah, that really sucks. Too many of these rappers to be dying that way too. It's ridiculous. Something needs to give.
Like, even if you look, man, like they made it. They made it out the hood. But like you said, it's bro, that shit follows them. And you know, some people try to pretend. Well, not pretend. They try to like, nah, I'm still about this life. I'm still with this. It's like, no. You don't need to be.
It's like, just stop. Okay. Let it go.
What you doing, bro? You have money now.
Oh, the meme. You remember that meme with the guy? You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
No, you're not that guy. I don't care. I honestly don't even care if you used to really be about that life. The second you got some money, you change.
Yeah, I remember someone
put on a cardigan, get some nice slacks, go to a library, nigga. Like, do some new shit, bro.
They're like, oh yeah, because it was like, oh, you ain't gangster. I was like, no, I'm not gangster. I don't want to be gangster. I was like, gangsters are literal criminals. They commit crime for a living. I'm not a gangster. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Young, the fuck?
Yeah,
I'm not a gangster.
It's like, and not just that, they literally commit crime for a living.
I am literally just not a criminal.
Exactly. Why would I want to identify as a criminal? That's weird. That's weird as fuck.
No, I'm stopping. We're not going that way.
Oh, we're about to make it terrible. Was that going to be like
it was about to be a very bad joke.
Okay, yeah, good. I'm happy you didn't say it. Because then I would have continued it.
I was like, this man's going to take this to the next level. Let's cut this shit. Anyway, we're going to cut this short right now.
No more final thoughts on anything? That's all you have to say?
Look, honestly, what else is there to say? Sneako's being Sneeko. DJ Academics, who the fuck gives a shit? Brittney Griner, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You should pay
She's in my prayers.
Pay attention to your luggage, guys. Like, please remember, like, if weed is legal in your state, if you are leaving your state, I don't care if you're going to another state where it's legal, don't bring it. Just don't bring it.
Yeah, you gotta definitely, like, I don't understand how you don't like, when you're traveling, your brain is supposed to be in a certain mode, you know?
Bro, like I don't even like why. I knew, like, I was like, I'm going to Mexico. You know what? I'm not bringing anything. I'm not bringing cigarettes. I'm not bringing anything, bro. I don't even bring water, bro. I brought clothes.
These people
I didn't even bring my bug spray because I was like, I can't bring this on the plane.
Yeah, these people will press you for shampoo. It's like,
I'm not bringing nothing. I brought clothes and that's it, bro.
Yeah,
I barely brought cash because I was like, because if you bring a certain amount of cash, they press you about that shit too.
Even that, yeah, it's true.
I'm not with this shits, bro. Let me in and let me out.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Watch your luggage. Sneeko needs to relax. He needs to he's gonna look back at this period in his life and cringe. DJ Academics, his recent antics make me think something's going on. Like there's something not right. Like I don't know if something happened to him or he's just having a midlife crisis or something. But his recent actions are weird as fuck. Like the screaming, I'm the prize, that was weird.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
some
like,
true
whoa.
goofy shit, bro.
Yeah.
There's no
I
other word for
felt
it. That
sorry
is
for him.
goofy.
I felt sorry for him. I didn't even think it was funny anymore. I was like, this is, yeah, actually, that was so funny. As I'm watching the video where he's screaming about how he's the prize, I started to feel sad. I was like, damn, what's going on in his life that has him like this? Because I just watched the previous video where he was spazzing on the girl for no reason. I was like, what's going on? Like, it was mental health. Yeah, mental health. But anyways,